Today's rainbow candles are super easy to find, they're very hard to miss. All we have to do is go down the cloud tunnel a little bit, and here they are. Of course, you don't actually have to light them, but I mean, you might as well. Get that candle cake. Yum, yum, yum. The sapling can be found just at the very bottom of the cloud tunnel towards the left-hand side. All we have to do is admire it, and to do that, we just have to stand next to it and wait 60 seconds. Let's take a little sit, and we'll wait until it's done. Today's spirit to relive is the Daydream Forester. We can find them in the Broken Bridge area of the game, and we're just going to fly right towards the right-hand side, and they can be found on the left of this big treehouse. The spirit is pretty easy to relive, and you can make it even easier by finishing the Broken Bridge, which will stop the rain in this area. The rain is really your only obstacle, and there is a lot of areas where the top is covered, like right here. So it's really not too difficult. It is a pretty easy spirit to relive. To knock over 5 crabs, all we have to do is go near them and do a large shout by holding on your character. For our treasure cakes, we have a treasure cake bonanza on right now, which means that we have 8 big cakes that we can find within every single realm, making a total of 40 treasure cakes. That's pretty crazy. Our candle runs can be super fast. So I'm going to go through each realm in order. Our first 2, of course, are in the Daily Prairie in the social space. Our next one is over here towards the exit, going to the Prairie Village. After that one, we are going to go to the cave, which is just behind the big rock here. Fly in here, and then we should have 2 treasure cakes to find within the caves. One is just at the cave entrance, and then one is a little further in. It's pretty hard to miss. After that, we're going to keep going straight into the Prairie Village. And then from here, we're going to fly up to the temple. Of course, you can also just light the bell towers and summon a manta to carry you up. I just found this faster in the moment. Swoop by, grab the wax from this treasure cake, and then we are going to head to the bird's nest, which is over in this direction. It is the leftmost exit. So these are our last 2 treasure cakes for the Daily Prairie. They're both nearby these big towers. This one is right in front of this one here. And you can already see the next one. It's underneath, in the middle of that little island. And then of course, after this, you could fly straight ahead and go into the Sanctuary Island and pick up a few more treasure cakes and some wax. But these are the rotating ones for today. Let's head to the Hidden Forest. Once again, we have 2 cakes to find in the social space. They're really spread out in here, so unfortunately we have to fly a great distance for most of them. We have one in this section, which is beyond the 2 gates. It's just in this left hollowed out tree here. There we go. And then onto our next area, which is the forest brook. So over here, there should be one more in the brook, and that is at the very end of this area. If you wanted to, there is a permanent cake that is in the cave, kind of towards our left here, where that gratitude spirit is. Otherwise, our rotating cake is over here for today. And after this, we're just going to head straight ahead into the broken bridge section. We have 2 cakes to find over here. I'm just going to fly through these birds so I don't lose my charge. The first one is in front of this big tree that you have to walk through when you're a new player. Get to the next section. There it is. I'm just going to fly around because I don't want to view a cutscene. And the next one is in the first segment of the broken bridge. And then from here, we're basically gonna turn around, and we should be able to see like a big tree with roots over here. This is our entrance to the elevated clearing area, where we should have one treasure cake hiding. I believe you need all spirits from the hidden forest to open this barrier, so if you're a new player, you might not be able to open it. Just be sure to check if there's any spirits you're missing. And then it is just underneath this first gazebo here. That's the only one in this area, so I'm just going to turn around right away, go back the way we came, and go all the way to the temple. Our last one is at the very end of this temple, so we're going to fly here, sit down, and then go to the sunny forest. No, it's called the forest garden. It's the garden. And there is our last cake for the hidden forest. Lovely. Alright, now let's go to our next section, which is the Valley of Triumph. Once again, 2 cakes in the social space. Pretty easy to spot. And then from here, we're going to go down. Once we collect these, we're going to go down the slope and find 2 more that are around the ice rink. So we have one on this leftmost bridge here. And then our next one is just on the ice to the left of it. After this, we're going to take that exit that was along that bridge towards the citadel, where we can find 2 more treasure cakes. Fly all the way through. And we have one on this little piece of broken bridge here. And one straight ahead afterwards, kind of in front of where the race entrance is. Awesome. So here it is. And then we have 2 more that are in the Colosseum. You can take the race if you want to get some wax from it. But I'm going to get them when I take the Aurora portal from the Vault of Knowledge later, which does sound a little confusing, but I'll show you what I mean when we get to the Vault of Knowledge. For now, let's head to the wasteland. 2 cakes to find in the social space, both on the staircase here. And then within this area, we just have one, which is in the middle of all of these crabby crabs. And of course, there should be a ton of wax here from all of the darkness you can burn. After this, we're just going to keep flying straight and go into the graveyard. Couple to find within the graveyard. If you're a new player, you might be a little freaked out by this krill. Don't worry, he's usually on a pretty set path going towards that manta. But sometimes the krill can veer off their path, and it's really creepy and weird when they do. But basically we're just going to fly straight and find the 2 treasure cakes. Lots of krill over here. Don't worry too much. You'll notice to the right of me there is a pipe entrance there. That is an entrance that will take you to the battleship, which is a place we're going to go in a little bit. That's just another option for an entrance. I'm just going to keep flying over all this stuff. Usually if you're high enough, the krill can't spot you, and I think they're mostly going to stay out of my way for this. But I don't really have any more flight, so I might not make it. I'll make it. I've made it. Alright, so here is our first cake in this section. Recharging for just a moment, and then our second cake is over by this staircase here. Oh, okay. I feel like this is the most finicky krill of all. Sometimes it just switches direction. Alright, here is our... Ugh. No! Let me out. Alright. After that cake, we are going to head to the shipwreck, which you could use that entrance I showed you earlier. Okay. This krill is acting up. That's fine. Totally cool. I'm definitely getting spotted here. Yep. Yeah, okay, hang on. You don't see me. I think I'm gonna get spotted again. Yep, of course. You don't see me either, please. Okay, up ahead, this is an alternate entrance towards the battleship area. There are a few entrances to this place. I'm out of light. Let me up. But what's nice about this area is as soon as you enter, I think it fully recharges your light. Pretty handy. Alright, on the battleship here, we do have a cake on either side. So we have one on the front and one on the back. One here. And then our next one is just on the back. What's the boat term? Is it bow and stern? Why would I ever need to know that? Never mind, don't answer that. So we're going to grab this one over here. For some reason the krill is being weird again and just going in the wrong direction, but should be okay. Freaky. And then we're just going to fly over in this direction, which takes us to like a little pipe mountain, and then go through the barrier up here. From here we have one more cake, which is on like this big barricade up here, kind of on the highest point of the wall. The last one has been collected, so let's go now to the Vault of Knowledge, which is our final section of the game. However, we do have to make a little stop at the Valley of Triumph for those 2 cakes we missed. So we're going to fly over to the left side here. This will bring us to the collaboration room. This is where we've had all of our previous collaboration seasons. And we're going to sit down at the Aurora portal. This will bring us to the very end of the Colosseum. And our last 2 cakes for the Valley of Triumph are on either side of the ice rink. now let's make our way back to the Vault of Knowledge to finish everything up. Okay, so we should have 3 of our rotating treasure cakes on this floor. We have one here, one in front of the floor player door, and then one on the farthest wall. There's also a permanent treasure cake that is on the other side of the 4-player door if you wanted to wait and open up the door with other players. I'm not going to do that for this video, but it's always an option if you want even more wax. And then from here, I'm going to make my way up to the 2nd floor. So I'm going to activate the elevator and I'll meet you guys up there. Once again, this floor has 3 rotating cakes, but it also has another permanent cake behind that 4-player door. The 3 are pretty easy to find. It's just a circular room, so just look around. And then I think I have enough flares to actually open this door, so I might as well grab this last treasure cake on this floor. And now I'm going up to the 4th floor. Now up here I think we have 5 treasure cakes. Our first one is behind this gazebo with the winged light in it. If you look up, you'll either see some moving platforms or some still platforms. Either way, there's cakes on either one. I'm going to go to the still platforms where we have 2 cakes in total. One is halfway up and then one is at the very top. Here's our next one, and then we're going to look around for those moving platforms, and that's where we'll find one more cake. And then we should have one more just below. So I'm going to head down here, grab that one, and then we're going to go up to the very top of the Vault of Knowledge, the summit. And up here we have 2 more rotating cakes and 1 permanent cake. So one is just at the very front here. One is on the left side of these steps. Those are our rotating cakes. And then our final easy to grab cake for today is behind where you summon the elder. Right here. That is a lot of cakes. Yeah. Alright, now to find out about today's shard event. Sad news for today. It looks like it is a no shard day. That means that absolutely no shard will be falling in any of the realms today. Unfortunate. And that is it for today's daily changes in Sky. Thank you guys so much as always for watching. Hope you found this helpful. Hope you enjoyed. And I will of course see you in the next video. Bye bye!